Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Holler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Sig P226 Legion, chambered in 9mm. Go ahead and make sure she's clear. All right, the P226 Legion's an alloy framed double single action, the hammer fired semi-automatic duty or service pistol, chambered in the venerable 9x19. You know, the Sig P226 has been around, man, I guess about 40 years now, and, you know, it's just proven itself to be an accurate and reliable service pistol. It's been adopted by numerous law enforcement agencies, military agencies, around the world. Extremely popular pistol. I just picked this up from my FFL dealer the other day, and I couldn't wait to go out and shoot it. So I put 100 rounds through it before I even, could turn the camera on and start a review, because I was just excited to shoot this thing. We'll hit the specs on this. Got a 4.4-inch barrel and weighs 33 ounces on my scale with a empty magazine. It does come with three 15-round mags. It's nice anytime you get 3 mags, when you get the gun. We'll hit some of the features on this thing. Starting hip, you've got this nice G10 grip with plenty of traction in all the right places. Has kind of the Sig Legion logo, which is pretty cool. Thing just fits in your hand. Feels really nice. I really like that grip. The Legion also comes with extended beaver tail over the standard P226. Gives you a little more space between your your hand and the slide or the hammer if you got meaty hands like I do. You got some nice checkering here on the front of the grip, and you've got a nice little undercut to make this thing just fit in your hand really nice. Another feature from the Legion that you get over the standard 226 is you have smaller controls. Smaller controls are nice. They don't stick out as much and grab on things, but then they're also a little harder to manipulate. Like the slide stop, slide release is pretty darn small. You have to go out of your way to try to make that work. It's got a decocker, so if your hammer's back and you want to put it forward, a safer condition, you just slide that lever down and she decocks. No safety on this. This is meant to be carried chambered with the hammer forward, and then your first shot would be double action, and then subsequent shots would be single. Mag release, right where it's supposed to be, push button, seems to work just fine. This thing's Cerakoted in this pretty cool Legion gray. Just makes it look really good. Kind of stands out a little different from the standard P226. You've got a little bit of checkering under the trigger guard, and some also on the front for people who like to stick a finger out there. You've got a rail, put whatever you want on there, lights, lasers, and such. Slide, you've got some forward serrations for you press checkers out there, and you got some big beefy ones, here on the rear. You've got a nice little embossed Legion emblem there, which is kind of cool. Give you a look at the sights, which are the Sig X-ray sights, which are pretty excellent in my opinion. You've got a green, like a green dot on the front with a tritium insert, and the rear is kind of blacked out with tritium insert. So night sights, but in daytime you get a nice big green dot and mostly a blacked out rear. Trigger on this thing, pretty darn good. The double action, kind of heavy, long, but smooth. It's pretty darn smooth. Single action on this thing, you've got some slack, take it up, you hit a little wall, pretty light, pretty crisp. The reset on this thing is incredibly short. This barely moves, and it's right there, because this isn't the stock P226 trigger. The Legion gets what they call the short reset trigger, which is, as you saw, has incredibly short reset. I really like the trigger in this thing. It's definitely pretty nice. Takedown on this bad boy, like every other P226, pretty simple. You can lock your slide to the rear, rotate your lever. Slide comes off, give you a look at the inside. Recoil spring guide rod, and your barrel. Pretty standard stuff. Give you a look inside the lower here. See very little bit of wear, because like I said, I did put 100 rounds through it. See frame rails, slide rails, full length. I don't know that that does anything, but kind of seems cool. Put her back together. Maybe hard to do on camera. There we go. Take her back to the rear, rotate your lever, and there you go. So yeah, always wanted one of these my whole life, never had one. This is my first. Pretty excited about it. Can't wait to take this bad boy outside and put 200-300 rounds through it, ring a bunch of steel, and we'll come on back in and I'll tell you what I think about this thing. Well, all right, let's go do it. All right, we're back here about 10 yards. Got some Blazer Brass 115 grain. See how she does. All right, off to a pretty good start. All right, back here about 15 yards or so. See what we can do with the 226. All right, let's try that 25-yard plate. All right, shooting good. I really like the sights. You know, it's got a good trigger, which makes my job pretty easy. All right, let's try that 40-yard plate. See what we can do. All right, I think I had one whiffer in there, but man, I really like this pistol. All right, we're back inside from shooting the Sig P226 Legion. Make sure she's clear. And wow, this thing is pretty darn excellent. I only put 200 rounds through today, but I did put 100 through the other day, so she's got a total of 300 rounds. As you'd expect, zero malfunction of any kind. This thing is known to be ultra reliable, and this one was no exception. You know, since it's got a little more weight to it than, you know, like your average striker fired gun, you know, probably good 8 ounces more. Super soft shooting, super flat shooting. I know 9mm doesn't have a whole lot of recoil anyways, but you know, you give it a few more ounces and it becomes extremely soft shooting, and that's how this one was. I know the alloy frames and the double single action trigger, you know, not as popular as they used to be. You know, you got a striker fire, you get the same trigger pull every time. You've got a polymer lower, you get a little bit less weight, and those are definitely benefits. But man, this thing still shoots pretty darn good. And you know, if you can hack the weight of taking this thing around, I just don't see how you could go wrong with this. Accuracy, reliability, it's got it all. And man, it just looks pretty sick as well. Definitely pretty cool, and I'm gonna enjoy shooting this pistol a whole lot more, and just because it's so much fun to shoot. Well, there you go, guys. Sig Sauer P226 Legion. Y'all have a nice day.